Hey then everyone, Juan Romero here from SwitchWatch, back with another review. It's getting to that busy period where lots of games are dropping on the Nintendo Switch. Here we have Bookbound Brigade. I want to give a massive big up to Jason Kapp over at www.switchwatch.co.uk for writing this review. And well, we thought as a team it'd be great to turn this one into a video because we know how much you love those videos. So Bookbound Brigade is a delightfully unique Metroidvania oozing with personality and humour, and it brings to the forefront characters from various points of literary and world history, educates us in the process, and humorously brings the heroes and worlds together in a fun-filled and interesting way. But does Bookbound Brigade deserve a space in the eternal library of video games, and is it worth your hard-earned cash? Let's get into the story and find out. Bookbound Brigade puts you in the shoes of some amazing characters. You play as King Arthur, Count Dracula, Robin Hood, and more, all at the same time, I might add. It's hilarious. And well, it's up to you and this ragtag team to recover the Book of Books, also known as Bob. It was stolen by some evil ones, so the Bookbound Brigade unites to take them on. Now, it's not the deepest story by any means, but it is profound for other reasons. Bookbound Brigade introduces some fantastic characters from history in a modern way that can easily help educate anyone. People who are familiar with these stories and characters will understand immediately some of the gags, locations, monsters and items throughout the game. And for those who do not know, Bookbound Brigade does a great job giving players information in characters section of the pause menu. Now, we found ourselves pretty obsessed in wanting to know how they would depict various characters, and well, as soon as you meet someone like Socrates, the game would just jab you with great philosophical puns and witty humour. The interaction between the brigade and the characters you meet is the highlight of this game. We'd probably recommend it for the story alone. It's just so funny and so good. But in terms of gameplay, does it stack up? Bookbound Brigade is a Metroidvania game at its core. You progress by getting new items and upgrades to access new areas, rinse and of course repeat. And the major difference here though is Bookbound Brigade's unique use of the main character. Now, since you're not playing as any one character, you're constantly controlling and managing 8 characters at the same time. Sounds a little bit crazy, and it can be quite a challenge because platforming, puzzles and battling all expect you to use the correct formations, powers and upgrades available. Now, formations are one of those interesting mechanics here, but they'll also be one of the most frustrating you'll experience throughout the game. Controls can be quite contrite at times and hard to get used to because of the awkwardness of shifting that formation of your unit as you're jumping and attacking. It can be a little bit much at times, and it does take a bit of practice and getting used to. But once you do, the game magically opens up and becomes something really rather special. There are a lot of control combinations to learn as you progress, but found ourselves often neglecting the correct way to do something and trying to attempt a more traditional route. Surprisingly, staying in the traditional stacked formation, which is called the standard formation, works for the majority of the game. Using the line formation, however, or the column and wheel formations can be handy for battling, but again, we regularly used the standard formation. Now, influences, and there is some unfairness, Bookbound Brigade obviously borrows a lot of ideas from previous Metroidvanias, but one that stood out in particular for me and for us as a team was Guacamelee, where random gauntlets would occur with waves of enemies and you'd be rewarded with treasures upon completion. Falling into pits or stepping on spikes teleports you to the previous safe area, and battle combinations are highly valued and give great reason to learn how to use abilities correctly and well. This is especially true of boss fights, which are epic by the way. Now, sometimes a game puts you in situations that feel a bit unfair, though it's not that the puzzles, platforming and battles are too hard, but every so often the game expects you to complete a task that seems a little bit too advanced. This was a little bit off-putting at times and caused us to get a little bit frustrated. For example, there's some long hazardous platforming sections which would ask you to do some crazy jumps and formation change combinations, and well, if you touch the spike, even at the very end, it would send you all the way back to the beginning of that section, and of course frustration ensues. Some areas require you to use special abilities that use energy, and if you hit and return to the start of that area, you must wait for your energy bar to recharge. This can also be a little bit annoying at times. In terms of puzzles and platforming, with all that said, the game does have some fantastic platforming parts. The way the different formations play into some simple jumping areas will have you scratching your head. Now, we did mention that there's some unfairness in the game, but please know that it's pretty minimal. When it happens, yes, it is frustration. However, for the most part, Bookbound Brigade excels in giving you challenges that do feel just right. Certain areas will give you little hints, and when you figure them out, you feel just conquered the world. For example, the combination of puzzles and platforming in the game is some of the most fun in a Metroidvania in a long time. It does have some minor problems here and there, but for the most part, Bookbound Brigade is just so enjoyable that you forgive these little annoyances. In terms of audio, the music in Bookbound Brigade is just pretty incredible. Feels and sounds like you're playing an epic tale, and the team did a phenomenal job with it. Each area just oozes with personality, thanks especially in tone and direction to the music. We also loved the sound effects. The way the character voices were implemented here added charm.
Ooh.
In terms of visuals and performance, Bookbound Brigade is cute. The artwork and animation is really well done and helps to immerse you in this fantastical world where all of these characters exist simultaneously. All of the modes look pretty good too, and the representation of each character is just well perfect. The game runs really smooth for the most part and never ran into any performance issues, either docked mode or in handheld, but we do admit that the loading times between areas is a little bit of a drag. It's not always really long, but at worst we had to wait over a minute or so for a level to load. Now, in terms of value, we think that it's worth every penny at its current price. It's $19.99, £17.99 and €19.99. So a little bit at the top end of the indie scale, and well, you're getting 20 hours of gameplay here for most completionists. It's one of the most unique Metroidvanias on the market currently, and it's just a little bit different, and that's what we want. Bookbound Brigade is an experience that delighted us more times than we can count. It's fun, hilarious and educational, and well, an amazing puzzle platformer to boot that's just brimming with personality, and for sort of $20 we'd say it's a heck of a good time. So on to my verdict. Before I get onto that, if you're a new watcher here, why not consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification if you've enjoyed this video. Well, you need a reason to subscribe? Let me tell you some. We do bargain videos every Sunday that go live at around 7 PM, and you can win $10 every week just by letting us know what your pick of the week would be. Every Monday we let you know every new physical that's about to drop on the Nintendo Switch. Need more reasons to subscribe? We're giving away a Nintendo Switch Lite when we hit 50,000 subscribers. We're all about giving back to the community here, so do yourselves a favour, hit that sub button and bell notification, and let's talk about this verdict. Here at SwitchWatch, we love our Metroidvanias, especially ones which try something a little different. Here we have a charming game with a funny story, great mechanics that make you think about how to accomplish certain challenges, and while it doesn't always get it right, for the most part it does, and we had great fun for the best part of 20 hours, immersed with its great audio, nice visuals, and a game that was just overall a fun experience. One then to add to your already bulging collection, an 8 out of 10 from us. As always, thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up and show your support by leaving us a comment letting us know your favourite ever Metroidvania, and we want to know that by you leaving us that comment in the comment section down below. We'll tell you what our favourites are, and all you have to do is watch another of our videos. We've created a list of the best Metroidvanias you can currently buy on the Nintendo Switch, so check that one out and we'll see you over there. I want to thank Jason Cap again for writing this review, and why not head on over to our website www.switchwatch.co.uk so you can read some of the great reviews over there. My name's Juan Romero, and I'll see you again on the next one. Take care.